So as you lift your head out of the sewer, you see that you're not too far away from everyone's favorite pizza place, Slimy Pete's. Um, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna float on the pizza smell wave like in a cartoon character. I'm just gonna
Oh,
float over to Pete's. Um, but I guess we should probably double check and make sure no one's around. Um, that will see us come out of the sewers because we don't want to give the rats away.
So as you fight the resistance to, or as you fight the urge to float away in the smell of greasy pizza dough and quote unquote meat, um, you open your eyes. Yeah, you look around. The neighborhood is very quiet. In fact, it is past dusk and it is getting dark, and there's no lights. There's no street lights. There's no lights in any of the buildings coming on. You don't hear any cars or anything. It's eerily silent.
Hmm.
and this is kind of abnormal for this part of the neighborhood, is it not?
Yeah.
Hmm. It's a little too quiet, Slick says as he gets out of the sewer. And he also has to roll onto the ground because he doesn't have a hand anymore, so he's just using his left hand. I'm okay. He gets up really fast. He dusts off his coat. Why is it so quiet here?
Alley Cat pops her head up after him and says, because everyone else got rounded up
Yeah,
by Arasaka.
yeah, you're right.
Or killed.
Thanks, Balzac.
I'm
Killed.
just here to help.
We
No, you're not.
Ooh.
How many times can one person have their life saved by another person before they quit being fucking salty?
I don't know. You tell us.
I don't know. I'm not the one who's being salty. I'm saving your lives, not the other fucking way around.
Okay, hey, kids. Jeez. Am I gonna have to take you out for some pizza? Look, we might be all a little hangry right now, I think. Okay, we did a lot. We did a lot. And I want to take this moment to dole out some appreciation to all of you, okay? We just went to the corporate zone. We stole Johnny Silverhand's gun from a stranger's house. We didn't
Or
even
at
check
least
if there were
one that
cameras
looks
or
just
anything.
like it.
Yeah. In retrospect, point for us because of how reckless we were, and we still got out. Right? Now I think if you guys want, pizza's on me.
Yeah, the no plan fucking worked again.
And don't you just hate it?
Every fucking second of it.
Well, then, you know what? Maybe as a team, Balzac, you've chosen to join us of your own free will. You know, next time we get into a dust-up, we hand the reins to you, huh?
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Definitely better than a basket of piss.
Well, I really can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not. You kind of have the same tone the whole time.
Ah, right. Very well.
Great, okay. See, we're getting somewhere. And I want to extend some gratitude to you. You got us out of a lot of jams.
All right,
So
Slicks, you're welcome, and let us go and save your slimy friend before he fucking freezes his nards off.
Don't talk about Pete that way.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
His slimy friend, his name is Slimy Pete, and he's in a freezer. His nards could potentially be affected by the cold. That's not generally what you want to subject them to, consistent freezing temperatures.
Balzac is going on.
They could...
Tab and Alley Cat and Slicks are just locking eyes with each other, like in silence. Like, what the hell is this guy? And he's still going.
Tab, can you roll me a perception check?
Yeah. As I remember to get my dice.
Oh yeah, I should get my dice too.
How is a 14?
Yeah, I'll give that to you. So, As Balzac and Slicks and Alley Cat are kind of bickering, you see an eagle flying just off in the distance.
Like a legit eagle? Like a bird?
Yeah,
That feels a little out of place here.
would be a little out of place. And as it kind of swoops, it's probably, I don't know, 2 or 3 streets away, like like a little light comes out of it, like it's scanning something below, and then it stops, and then it starts to swoop into another street closer to you guys.
Okay. Hey, there's a weird bird with a laser show going on up there. I'll try and point it out to my friends. But maybe we should get out of the street. Let's get into Pete's and we can continue bickering over a couple of slices.
All right, that's a great idea.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so Pizza's, I mean, it's just across the street. You're not far from it. And when you get up to the door, it is locked.
Ah, damn it.
Does Alley Cat have a baseball bat?
Oh,
No, all my stuff was taken.
All right.
However, does Alley Cat see any boards or pipes or otherwise baseball bat shaped objects on the ground nearby?
Maybe Alley Cat could look for a baseball shaped object underneath the mat. I think there was a key there the last time that we broke into Pete's.
whoa! You guys have broken into this place before?
Definitely not.
No, I definitely haven't. This is my first time.
If you're friends, it's not really breaking in.
Yeah, that's letting yourself in.
That's good fixer logic, Alley Cat. Man, you're better than me.
I really need to befriend a bank manager.
Mm-hmm. Befriend yourself right into that cash deposit box.
Maybe
Yeah, exactly. So as you lift the mat up, yes, Pete's key is right where his hiding spot usually is.
Oh, nice.
Right, so I guess we're gonna let ourselves into our friend's business.
Okay, so the doors open, a little jingle, jingle, jingle. There's no lights on, and there's no one in the front area. As you remember, the front of Slimy Pete's is pretty barren, not barren, I should say, but it's not large. So there's a counter where obviously customers can line up. There's that glass case where the pizza slices get warmed up and they turn around. So he's got one of those. There's no pizza in there. The cash register.
Balzac is going to walk straight for the back behind the counter through the door.
All right, and it leads to the kitchen, which is a small affair with another door that leads out. And there's a pizza oven, a legit pizza oven. Slimy Pete somehow acquired a really high quality pizza oven from a broken down old chain restaurant. And there's a cooler and a freezer, those old style doors that you would open.
Balzac is going to pull them both open. Hello?
Alley Cat is following because she's really concerned because Pete doesn't know this random Scottish man.
Yeah,
and he's probably gonna freak out.
And as he does. So when the freezer door opens and Balzac yells, "Hello," a pepperoni comes flying out at him, a giant pepperoni tube.
Tube?
Yes.
Yeah, pepperoni tube. Yeah.
And Slimy Pete swings it at Balzac, but misses. In fact, he kind of drops. He goes, "Oh, so cold."
Balzac is going to say as this meat is flying past his face, "Hey, if you're going to put your sausage on my face, at least buy me a drink first, you fucking rat bastard."
Don't talk to Pete that way.
Or
Alley
what?
Cat says.
Alley Cat, is that you? And he rushes towards you and he puts you into a big bear hug. This is mostly out of love, but also because I'm so cold and I need warmth.
She gives him a really awkward pat on the back, like when someone's hugging you and you're like, what do I do?
I've been in the freezer for like 4 days. Where have you guys been?
Mostly in the sewers.
Well, I was gonna say you smell very
Sewer.
badly. Like, for me, bad, you know?
Yeah, you don't smell so great yourself, Pete.
I've had to pee a lot in the freezer and other things, you know. It hasn't been a good 4 days.
We're gonna get that cleaned out before you open back up.
Yeah, about that, I don't think there's gonna be very many customers.
It's pretty quiet outside.
They've taken everyone.
Yeah. Have you heard anything about anyone? You talked to anyone? No.
No, Claudia and Cheryl told me to stay hidden to find you guys. And you know, Cheryl scares me, so I wasn't gonna cross her. And like, you should have seen what her and Cheryl did to Godfrey. Like, they beat him up pretty hard. But any hoodles. So I ran right here, and I've been eating like frozen mozzarella for 4 days.
Hmm.
I plugged myself up about 2 days ago. I haven't been able to go since.
That's
A lot
probably
of
for the
cheese.
best. Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of character question, does Chew 2 cheese have the same effect as dairy cheese on the human body?
That's a great question. Yeah, I mean, I assume that if you put enough petroleum byproducts in your body, you're gonna stop pooping.
That's a great question.
And you get an ammo point for that.
Hey, nice.
While Pete and Alley Cat are talking, I'd like to, assuming he dropped it, or I would look for another large stick of pepperoni that I can slip into my bag, just in case Alley Cat needs a weapon.
Yeah. The you can grab the pepperoni stick that's on the ground.
Just in case.
Yeah, for sure. You know, whatever you might need a pepperoni. You never know.
Yeah. If they're cold and hard, that'll do some serious kneecap damage.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably find some tools in the chop shop behind the pizza place, but yeah, the pepperoni is probably a good weapon.
Yeah.
All right, so now that we've rescued this fucking guy, what's next?
Pete, we would like you to meet our hanger-on, Balzac. He's a very angry Scottish man. Just mostly ignore whatever comes out of his mouth, because he's just really...
Yeah, Alley Cat is slightly bitter that I've only saved her life 6 times in the last 4 days. It was needing more of her own protection. Bitter that she's not taking care of herself. Perhaps that's what it is. I don't know. She's just very salty, Pete. Saltier than it seems like your fucking sausage.
And Alley Cat hasn't broken your kneecaps?
No, of course she hasn't. Stupid question. How the fuck would she do that? What am I, a fucking guy just laying on the ground? No, I'm a fucking man who can fight back. What am I?
Imagine Pete takes this moment to look at his own kneecaps, just you know.
Pete, I have some bad news, and possibly maybe you can figure out a way to help us. Tab and Slicks and I have all lost all our equipment. It all got taken away. No guns. Well, a couple guns. Got some afterwards. I lost my bat. I lost my dad's knife. I lost Mike.
They took Mike?
They didn't. Then she takes Barry out of her pocket. And she says, well, we have Barry. And I think Tab has Bill.
Yeah, we
What?
were trying to get Bill to load up.
Oh, all right. Well, that's awful. Well, listen, they say a lot about Slimy Pete. They say, A, my pizza is awful. It is greasy. The cheese sometimes has a weird taste to it. My sauce is too salty. Some say it's too sweet. Also, my crust is too thick, and sometimes a little doughy. They say a lot of things about Slimy Pete, but you know what they never say about Slimy Pete? That I'm not ride or die. I am with you. I have, I have a softball bat in the back. It's not a baseball bat, but it's, well, it's the same sort of. And I have a crowbar. Oh, and I have my trusty handgun, although I have no bullets. And they confiscated all my vehicles, so I don't have any cars. But we're gonna go and we're gonna find our friends. And Slimy Pete is here with you. And I'm sorry, my throat is a little scratchy because I've been in a freezer for 4 days, and I think I have the flu. I've been coughing a lot. It's phlegmy, so it's not a dry cough.
It's more likely hypothermia. It's the influenza is a virus. I'm not sure how you could get a virus by yourself in the freezer. It's very much a misnomer that one can catch a virus from the cold, but not maligning your feeling. He's gonna look around at Tab and he's gonna look around at Alley Cat. Everybody's giving him a look. He's like, "Oh, right, the flu. Yeah, I'm sorry you're feeling."
We'll help you get back up on your feet. We'll warm you up. Actually, could we crash with you? I don't really know if or do you know of any places that we could regroup a little bit? Because I'm pretty sure going back to what's left of the apartment building is probably a bad idea.
Is the building gone entirely? No?
I don't.
Could we?
Well, not in the last 4. It was there 4 days ago. I don't know, but I know that there's been a lot of airsoft and reclaim folks driving around, rounding up people, and I've been hearing a lot of explosions. Not from your street, but they've been raising a lot in the neighborhood. And then for 3 days I've been I haven't left the freezer because I got scared because there was I thought I saw a shadow like a tiger, but then I said to myself, it's probably just a giant raccoon, Pete. There's no tigers. They don't exist. That's a mythical creature. So yeah. So anyway, I've been hiding in here because I don't want to get eaten by a raccoon.
Pete, I made a new friend.
Oh, that's very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, her name is Sophia.
Oh, did you break her kneecaps too?
No, Slicks shot her several times and broke her leg.
Yeah, that tracks. That tracks with you guys. You guys could make friends by just being nice to people sometimes.
Well, we were very nice to her. We didn't kill her. So
Balzac wanted to kill her.
Yeah, she's also an alligator.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. We made an alligator friend. An alley cat named her Sophia. We don't know what her given name is because she can't talk.
What kind of mad person would give you guys an alligator?
I mean,
that's a great question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The sewer god.
Someone who's out to fucking enrage me. Clearly.
You may notice Balzac's kind of cranky all the time. Do you have any I don't suppose you have any pie making materials laying around we could get the hangry out of them?
Yeah, I could probably throw together a pie, but I gotta tell you, I'm nervous about firing up the oven because might draw attention to people.
Yeah. Yeah.
We could microwave it.
After the ringing endorsement he gave about his own pizza, I think I can probably pass for the time being. Remember, point one went on for 10 minutes, a description about how bad people think his pizza is. So I can probably pass. But now I'm going to ask you, Pete, what is the next step? Where do we go? What do we do? Where do we take you? You don't look like you're very good with that pistol. So... Yeah, okay.
I don't know. I'm not a strategist. You know, I make pizza and I sometimes renovate cars and sell them for profit. Listen, Cheryl and Claudia told me just to wait here that you guys would find me, and then I would let you know that they have been taken. And I'm just doing my job. I don't know what to do. I was kind of hoping you'd have a plan.
Okay. So Claudia and Cheryl have been taken. That feels like a new bullet point for us.
Well, no, I said everyone was taken.
Okay.
You did say everyone was taken.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure because if they told him to hide, I wasn't sure if they would escaped.
Well, so we were lined up. They lined us up to load us up in the bus, and then Cheryl and Claudia said, "Hey, you better skedaddle, and you get over to your place and you wait for them, and you get in touch with them and you let them know what's happening." And then they pushed me into a dumpster.
I'm glad
And then when I
you.
got out of the dumpster, everyone was gone.
That's probably for the best.
There are worse places.
Should we go and investigate your building? Perhaps there might be some clues there.
I want to see if Max is back at the building. But we better scavenge through the chop's shop and see if there's anything that might help. Unless you have a better idea, Slicks. They're very quiet.
Blix is this whole time he's just been looking at this Malorian arms gun. He's just been looking at this Johnny Silverhand's gun. Not even really paying attention to the conversation. I have as Chris Siddiqui, the player, but Slicks. Yeah. Pete, I don't think we've met before. Have we?
I mean, I know of you. I mean, you were at the block party, and
Yeah, that was for me. That was my block party.
yeah, no, everyone knows Slicks. But I don't think we've met in person. It's really nice to meet you. Listen,
Hello.
I'm a huge fan.
Pleasure
You
to
know,
meet you, yeah. Slicks
yeah,
holds
you know-
out his hand but keeps forgetting his hand is missing. Damn. Puts his hand. Oh, here, let me shake your hand.
and he awkwardly shakes, and he goes, "Yeah, two of your guys used to come in here all the time and get Panzerottis, Tizzy and Dizzy. What a great two. They're great guys, really great guys."
Yeah, great guys. Look, Pete, sorry, kind of lost in thought here. I think my friend Alleycat needs, you mentioned you had some crowbar, or...
Yeah, and he leads you into the back, and he just starts
great.
he scavenges around. He finds a crowbar, tosses it your way, it lands on the ground. He finds my softball bat. And he gets it and he hands it over to Alleycat. It's not a baseball bat though. So you know, but it'll break a kneecap for sure. He grabs like it's a torch, like a blowtorch, like a handheld blowtorch. Goes, I don't know, is this handy? You know, and he hands that over to Tab, and then he goes, oh, and I also have like one of these, the things that you take off of a wheel. Got one of those. I don't know if it'd be handy. I don't think. No, never mind. What else do
Balzac
I have?
is going to lean into Pete, and he's going to say, Pete, do you have a torque wrench?
What kind of chop shop? I mean, a legitimate car renovation business do you think this is?
Could I have the torque wrench?
I would need it back. Those are very pricey.
Right. Okay.
And I don't know you. And in judging by the body language of my good friends Tab and Alley Cat, I don't know if they like you either.
Maybe that's true, but I've saved their lives 20 times. So I feel like you can lend me your torque wrench.
Okay. Pete, don't listen to him. He is very much overselling his contribution to our recent activities.
He's increased the number of times he saved us by like 18 times in the last 7.5 minutes. So we're gonna put some salty pepperoni. You're gonna take that.
Okay. So number 1, we crashed the plane. Each of you was saved once. That counts as 3.
Does it?
Yeah, there's 3 of you. I saved each of your lives. Not one of you
Okay.
died.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
We saved you from an alligator. We're even.
I would have been fine. I would have killed the alligator. But Alley Cat's like, no, don't kill the alligator. You mustn't kill the alligator. This is my friend, Sophia. My words.
Wow, you sound exactly like Alley Cat.
When did I get a British accent?
That's exactly,
Queen.
that's exactly how you
adorable.
fucking sound. Right like that. So fancy. With your pinky up and your fucking Sophia. Anyways, that was the first 3. And then I saved Tab in the basement twice from multiple Nazis. Yeah, it counts twice. Tab, don't look at me like that. You fucking know what I'm talking about.
He also went
Okay.
joyriding towards the Nazis, so don't pay too close of attention to him. Pete. Anything else of interest or anything else that you need?
Let's go. Let's ride. Let's do this. Unless you want me to stay here, but I don't want to sleep in the freezer no more.
Well, if we find Max, maybe you and Max can cuddle. Max is a magnificent source of body heat. We'll thaw you out. Do you like dogs?
Oh yeah, I like them. From time to time. I like. My favorite dog is a Great Dane. They're gigantic. And they're very imposing, and people think, that's a big bad dog, but they're gentle.
Okay,
giants.
great. This is
Okay, I think we
wonderful.
can go now. Yeah, all
yeah.
right, that's great.
Come on, Pete. We gotta hook it back to the apartment.
Tab. And as you guys leave, he just starts going at dog facts. The Great Dane eats like several pounds a day. Like they spend a lot of energy, but they're so lethargic. And then it's like that as you leave the room. So what are you guys doing? How are you going to get back to your building?
How far is Pete's from Tab's building?
I believe it's like 3 or 4 blocks.
Yeah, we're in Letitia Heights now, yeah. So I guess we're pretty. I feel like all of us would know sort of at least Tab and Alley Cat and Slicks would know maybe even alleyways that they could kind of cut down, go this. And I can only assume, too, everywhere they're going is still just dead silent, no lights.
Dark.
Yeah. And I guess as they do that too, there's a point where Slicks kind of falls behind and just taps Tab on the shoulder. He's like, "Hey, what'd you see up there? You mentioned something flying around."
It was a bird, like a legit, like an eagle,
There's
but it
no
had
birds.
like
What?
laser eyeballs or something. It looked like it was scanning the streets
Oh,
for
no.
something.
They said out drones.
Maybe, but
They're looking for
I don't know. Maybe like I'm a little worried that like that raccoon tiger that Pete was talking about. Maybe
Yeah.
there's some stuff we gotta keep an eye out for. But yeah, I'm gonna. If you see anything like above us,
Yeah. Well, you're the tech expert. I mean, you know this stuff, don't you?
yeah.
You ever seen a drone that looks like an eagle?
No, not one that looked that lifelike. It was almost like that. It was like a real bird with like a stuff strapped to it, but it was giving it a scan. It was weird. I haven't seen that kind of tech.
Animal. Yeah, that's weird. They don't use it. They use actual drones.
Yeah, and like there's no. It doesn't make like. Why would you disguise something to look like an animal
Yeah.
that doesn't live here.
There haven't been birds in these skies for years.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
All right. Well, good find. I'll keep my eye
Yeah,
out.
thanks. Yeah,
And they continue and they huddle down.
yeah. I imagine we're like tiptoeing from like light post to light post, like Scooby Doo style.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you like make your way um, uh, down the street and as you turn left, gosh, it's really quiet, isn't it? I
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
this.
I mean, you've been talking nonstop for the last 15 minutes, but other than that, yeah, complete fucking silence.
And with that, you guys hear a truck turn around the corner from about 3 blocks away from you guys, and it's coming up the street that you're walking on now. And it's a black military style truck, armored and with so the cab has the slits, the metal or the slits,
yeah.
when the guy's walking, and on the top is a Arasaka soldier with and he's on a turret with a machine gun, and he's just kind of scanning down as it's rumbling towards you guys.
Where's the nearest place to hide?
Yeah, I think we all clocking it. We're all looking at each other like, let's get out of here.
Is there a convenient alley? Or, Amy, what are those things called? The little spaces between the row houses.
Oh yeah, I would go with a little alley, a little walkway.
A little,
little-
a little alleyway.
Yeah, like how you take your trash can from the backyard up to the street so the
Yeah.
garbage
like a
truck can get
footpath. Yeah.
Yeah. I always call it like a little alleyway or a walkway, but yeah. So yeah, you guys could duck into that. There,
It's one of those very stereotypical filmic things, like we step out, see it, and go, "Whoa!"
yeah, exactly, yeah. And there is as you kind of scurry along the alleyway between these two buildings, there's an indent where there's like a large like couple loading doors, I guess, not for cars, because cars wouldn't fit in the alleyway, but for people that exactly take out the garbage and stuff from this restaurant that's closed down. So you guys can kind of like kind of hide, scooch in there. So if you guys want to make me a stealth roll, see how successful.
Okay.
15.
Well,
Would stealth be dex?
Yeah, it's under your body skills. But yes, it will be dex.
Okay, thought so. Okay. Ooh, 20. 18.
I got 14.
And Tab, you got a 12, right? So the truck, you hear it getting closer, and it starts to pass, and then it goes by the alleyway, and you take it kind of a sigh of breath, and then it stops, and then it reverses, and you see the guy turn the machine gun down, and he just lets a burst go down the alleyway. Doesn't see anything, and then he taps the top of the truck, and the truck moves on.
okay, that was fun. Let's do that again soon. Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry. You're sarcastic. Sorry. I'm
It's
not
hard to
hitting the
s-
sarcasm today, guys. My apologies.
It's hard in the dark. You can't see our sarcastic faces. Okay.
And then Slicks with his audio implants that are getting a bit better. You can only hear his in his head. He's got this sort of high-pitched whine, but he's been able to tune it, and he's listening to them as they drive off down the street. And this tank slowly disappears. All right. I think we're safe.
Well, I'd say we're safer.
I mean, relative to what we just experienced.
Balzac, Sometimes people need to lie to themselves. And that's what's going on here now. We're gonna tell ourselves that we're safe, and we know we're not. Just humor us until we get someplace where we are safe. And then you can yell at us.
When you let your guard down, that's when you get killed. And I told Mrs. Hollingsworth I take care of Slicks, and Slicks wants me to take care of all of you. And so here we are, and I'm stuck taking care of you like I'm
You're an excellent
babysitting
babysitter.
5-year-olds. Yes, it's
Yes.
true. I don't know how you made it this far without me.
I know. We know. Don't worry, you'll be rid of us soon. But yeah, just let us. We've been through a lot. We'll dissect our trauma in a couple minutes when we get home.
I should let you know, Balzac, like, you don't need to take care of me. Okay? You can more than happily tag along, but we can take care of ourselves and each other. But I tell you right now, Hollingsworth she's not a cool lady, man.
Balzac
I don't know why you're employed with her.
Balzac is going to look down at Slicks's hand. Rather, the stump where his hand used to be.
Yeah.
Then he's going to look down at his golf bag. He's going to look back at Slicks's stump again. And he's going to say, right, yeah, no, if I was there, that definitely would have happened. Don't worry. It's completely fine. But I think...
I didn't chop my own hand off, okay? Somebody else chopped it off.
And Balzac is going to look at Slicks pointedly, and he's going to say, you may as well have. Because, in effect, you did. You may not have held the axe, but you did it to yourself.
Balzac! Shh!
What? Oh, but my point was, Mrs. Hollingsworth is more than you remember her to be. I think you need to keep that in mind. After all, she's the only reason you're not in an Arasaka torture room right now.
Well, that has yet to be proven.
Well, I mean, you still may get there, but you weren't there because of her influence. So that is the point that I am trying to make.
All right.
Once again.
I get you're Team Hollingsworth, okay? I get it, okay? But no, I have a history with this woman, okay? And I can tell you that, you might not know her as a woman that you know her to be, okay?
Hey guys, listen, I like a good rumble, a good argument. Sometimes I like to think to myself, is the Great Dane the best dog breed?
Oh.
And then I argue with myself, no, maybe it's not. Maybe it's the pit bull, because they're lovely dogs. It's just the owners sometimes. It's anyway. What I'm trying to say is we should get the hell out of this, because that guy shot a machine gun. Man,
Yeah, that's a good idea,
scary.
Pete. Let's go. Come on. And then Slicks lets Balzac go in front of him and does that thing where he's like, after you, but he does it with a stump to show that, like, I can still do some things with the stump. You know what I mean? To quote unquote, almost
The term
prove
is
him wrong.
residual limb, by the way.
Yeah, right. No, of course I will lead the way. And Balzac is going to he's going to shift his focus, and he's going to put all of his concentration into his perception ability. So he now has heightened awareness, and his perception skill is increased. And he's going to be walking forward slowly.
Hey,
And what
Balzac.
kind of sorcery was this?
My solo roll ability allows me to do a bunch of different things. And I can change it at any time using an action, or it happens automatically once at the beginning of combat. So I get to change it as an action anytime I want, and then at the beginning of combat I get to do it. So I'm gonna put all of my points into perception right now, and if we break out into combat, I will do something different.
It would be really sad if Balzac just like tripped onto a sewer grate or something right now. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Wow.
Hey, Balzac.
Yes, Alley Cat.
How are you gonna lead us to Tab's building?
That's a great question. And he's going to he's going to open up his he's going to open up his golf bag, and he's going to bring out a piece of paper, which is going to be a hand-drawn map of Letitia Heights, and he's going to have like a big X of where the building is, and he's going to have like some major landmarks. Slimy Pete's isn't on there, but Slicks's building is, and there's a few other local buildings as well.
Man, where you get that map?
What the fuck?
Fucking creeper.
I drew it. Obviously.
What the fuck?
I mean, great cartography, but what the hell? Why is my place there? Why is their place there? What's going on?
Because I didn't know if you would be at Arasaka Towers or if you escaped. I needed to make a contingency plan in case you did manage to bumble your way out of Reclaim and back to your building. I knew you would either go to Slicks's apartment to resupply or Tabs's apartment building to resupply, and I needed to know where those buildings were if I was to come in and fucking save you, but I didn't need to because you didn't bumble your way out of Reclaiming. You got yourselves caught. So that's where I was.
Okay, Captain Stalker. Lead the way. After you.
I mean, I was in the process of leading the way. May I continue?
I mean, we do love when a man tells us how to get to our own house.
Just to clarify, you called me out on not knowing where to go. I was just pointing out that I did know where to go. It's very different than what you're suggesting. So that's that. Yeah, very different. I see what you're doing with your face. It's not appreciated because it's not real. It's not real. It's completely fake. You tried to call me out, and you know what I'm calling? Fucking bullshit. That's what I'm calling.
I'm calling creeper, but you do you, boom.
Flicks leans into Tab and Alley Cat, and he goes, I miss Cicero. All right, lead the way, brother.
All right, so Balzac is going to be carefully leading them toward the building and, sort of looking out at everywhere to make sure that there's no enemies. And then he's going to be advancing toward the apartment building. Although he is going to take out his sniper rifle as they get closer to the building. And he is going to use the telescoping lens to see if there's anything that he needs to see in the windows, through the lobby, surrounding the building. Are there any guards? Like, are there any cameras that they need to worry about?
This is the first time you pulled out that sniper rifle, I think. Is that a thing hiding in there?
Yeah, of course. I have a bunch of things in here. It's like, if you were at a party and there was a bunch of drugs in a bowl and you sort of reached your hand in and just sort of popped it. It's basically the same thing. It's like fun in every handful, except fun for me, death for whoever I'm looking at.
Yeah.
So, Balzac, no, the building shows no sign of life. There's no guards. There's no lights on in the building. No movement. Tab and Alley Cat and Slicks, you know something strange about the building, that in the street is littered with suitcases and bags, and they don't look like they're empty. That's all the luggage of the folks. They told us to grab our bags and our possessions, and then they told them they'd load them on the bus with us.
Why are they all on the street like this? Hold on, don't touch anything. So can Slicks, do they have any, like, he's looking at, they're a bit suspicious. He's like, wait, Tab, could these be bombs or something?
That's a lot. That's
Oh, hey, man, they blew up our buildings.
yeah, but is there one that's maybe smaller than the others? Like,
Yeah, there's a bag from the urban farmer
mm,
and farm man,
no.
and it's, you can
I think Emma deserves an Emma point for randomly coming up
Absolutely. Just gonna use it against
organic
us, though.
farm chain stores. Yeah. Farm Man is my Slicks goes, oh, I love Farm Man. I used to shop there all the time. That's where I get my Beyond Sprouts and tofu and stuff. It was great there.
Balzac is going to be looking at the luggage, and he's going to have this sort of sustained look of horror on his face. And he was listening to Pete, and as Alley Cat and Tab and Slicks were talking, he was just sort of thoughtlessly advancing into the street to look at these discarded luggage. And he's going to look at Tab and Alley Cat and Slicks, and he's going to say, they rounded them up and asked them to bring their belongings. But they didn't. They packed the belongings, but they weren't put on the buses. It means where they were going, that belongings weren't needed.